I think they're finally used to it at our place.
Wolverine cosplay. I'm Batman.
Thank you very much. Scared the crap out of me.
Alright, so we took a little detour from our happy place in Virginia City down here to Carson City, which we have been wanting to check out because it's only about 20 minutes away. We are here at the Nevada State Museum, which is supposed to be a pretty freaking awesome place. And it's right across from this cool looking casino over here. Basically in the middle of downtown Carson City. So yeah, let's go and see what they got to offer. I want to give a quick shout out to, Shan Shan's all dressed up today in her Victorian outfit that I got for her just for this trip. And she's sporting her awesome hat from the Virginia City hat maker. You should go check him out if you haven't. And one more shout out to Samantha Cheon for showing me this place. And if you haven't, you really need to check out her YouTube channel, Spirit of Nevada. Really, really cool stuff on there. Okay, so we're at the gift shop here at the museum. And Shan Shan's already rating the rock collection.
They have some nice
But
rocks.
of course they do.
They actually have some really good prices, though.
Like you ever met a rock you didn't like?
That's true.
It's a hard choice in that toy room, huh?
They got a whole bunch of really cool stuff in here.
Here, stick your finger out like this.
And because we came on a Saturday,
Got it.
thanks to Sam's advice, we're going to be getting one of these coins
Receipts in the
pressed
bag.
for us today.
Aren't those cute?
And we're going to get that on video too, which is going to be really awesome. Apparently they rotate these coins
Oh, he goes on here.
every couple of weeks.
Yeah, and you can make them spin.
And
There we go.
that's the one
Thank you, folks.
that we're getting today. Now if you don't want to get it pressed, you can actually just buy any of these from the museum. And they're 80 bucks a piece. But I mean, it's real silver, which is pretty awesome. And they got a huge variety here. I kind of like the Mark Twain one because that kind of reminds me of Virginia City. So we might pick that one up at some point too. We got a little area over here for the kids.
Oh, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Yeah, they'll be busy.
Good day.
Oh, and here's a little plaque on, that's the presser right there. And they actually have one of those in this building, and we're going to get to watch the magic happen.
Oh, did you guys want to see the sky?
Pretty awesome.
See what?
Sky.
Look above.
Okay, so this is in the basement of the museum, where they have a mine exhibit. So this is going to be a lot like the tours we did, looks like. Except
But
there's,
fake.
yeah, it's fake.
There's.
But it's well done.
Yeah. No, it is nice. I like this. Oh, this is where they had the drill. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yep, that's that freaking power drill thing. Can you turn the light back on?
It was showing what it's like darkness in light in there. See?
Yep, but yeah, that's pretty much all the light that those guys had.
No, there's no lighting at all.
There should be a candle or something, but
No, look, do you see glowing though? It's the glowing.
yeah, that's the big tool that we saw in the Ponderosa mine yesterday.
Did you see that in the Ponderosa mine yesterday? A drill?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had one of those in there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That looks like some powder is where they keep the powder. We're getting deeper in the mine. Are we lost? If there's a cave in, we need to find our way out of here with no light. I have my flashlight though.
Yeah. I like the fact that they even got like the tracks on the ground for the carts. That is pretty detailed.
Water pump. That's what this is, the water pump?
Mm-hmm.
Water pump. And here's the air compressor. I'm just that smart that I know what they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Don't pay any attention to the signs.
Yeah, I didn't film the signs, so no one will know.
I guess they had to tell people that that's glass.
Wonder how deep this thing goes.
Not very. We're not going deep, honey. We're here on the same level. You want to get in there and take your picture? I don't think I'm dressed to be in a mine. Emergency exit. That's good to have. This must be their emergency exit.
He's wearing one of those gas thingies that Spencer was telling us about.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't get miner's lung.
Yeah.
That guy looks like he's wiring explosives.
Hammer shrink. What's this? Is this a door? Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's what he's doing, all right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, it even said the signs right here. The oxygen apparatus and cap and fused. Oh, you're smart.
It's amazing how much
Oh, this
stuff
is
we've
a
learned
lift.
since we started
Wait.
coming here.
This is a lift.
Oh, does it actually
It's a
work?
lift. No, it doesn't actually work.
But yeah, we saw one of these in the mine too.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And if it doesn't work, you know, I got the stairs right behind it. Just like a
It's
real
convenient.
mine. Oh, is this the water pressured one? Drill thingy?
Mm-hmm, looks like it. Is there actually a mine shaft down there?
Kind of. Not fully, but kind of. But it's cool looking.
Can't even imagine doing that for a living.
No.
It'd be worse than working at UPS.
And
Oh,
just
here's a little model of a mine. That's cool.
yeah.
We've seen pictures of this all over the place, but this is actually a 3D model.
Mm-hmm. And then here's the ladder up too. No smoking. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's cool to actually see it
In 3D.
rather, yeah,
yeah.
in 3D rather than just the picture.
Yeah, you can see that picture all over the place of basically a 2D version of this.
Yeah. And then they're just drilling up? Oh, that just seems dangerous. Why wouldn't you drill sideways? Oh, and this looks like the bucket. Yep, this is the bucket. Lift it up and out. Do not ride on it.
That guy's wearing a nice hat. I want it.
Well, this is glass, so you can't get it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in our bucket. Look at that. This is well done.
It is very well done, yeah. I mean, if we hadn't been in a real one, this would feel real.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. This is exactly like the mine we were in yesterday, with the boards and the rocks and...
Yeah.
And what is this? Is this a...
I'm trying to see. There's no light.
Oh, it's a stamp mill.
Oh. Oh, there it is. I was looking for the sign.
I think Sam actually saw one of those in her video when she visited the collar mine. They actually had a working one down there. We didn't get to look at it when we visited the collar mine.
Well, I think we went into a different entrance.
I think so. She had a different tour guide than we did, too.
Yeah. Well, I saw all over the website that it was like, this is the temporary entrance and blah, 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 blah. So it's probably slightly different or something, I don't know. Or maybe they just weren't showing it.
Yeah, you even look at that. It's even got the glitteries on the back wall.
Uh-huh. Lead zinc vein.
Really good attention to detail in here.
That's called a lead zinc vein. Huh.
Yeah, because since the signs are lit up, it doesn't show up very well on camera.
Yeah. Or shoot.
Oh shoot!
Oh shoot.
This here is a video camera. Shooting at me while I'm shooting right back at it.
Abandoned drift.
This is really impressive what they've done down here.
Yeah, they even have the square nails in there and everything.
Pretty cool.
What's this do? At least they have the handy.
Kind of looks like the hammer that you have for your rock hunting stuff.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. It's a gold quartz vein. Oh yeah, I see it. My eyes are a little blurry, but I see it. I want to find me one of those. Oh no, we're trapped. Copper drift. Oh man, if we went into one of the mines and it looked like this, I would not be
Yeah. It'd be
feeling
like,
very good.
you have a cave in at any minute. But I mean, didn't Spencer say that the average life expectancy was 42
Yeah,
from people dying all over the place from this sort of thing?
of all kinds of stuff.
Okay, and I guess that's it.
Oh, that was really neat.
That was really neat.
I'm glad we came down here.
All right, this section is pretty cool. I mean, they've got the mine downstairs, and then they've got a ghost town in here. The lighting in here isn't so good,
Yeah,
so I'm not sure how
carpenter
much
shop. There's light in that.
this is going to show up on camera.
There's
But
light in there if you can see that.
the general store, one of Shan Chan's favorite hangout places in Red Dead. Spent hours and hours and hours putting together her little outfits. This is pretty
Well,
cool.
the whorehouse is upstairs. They said on the sign that the whorehouse is up there.
This is the whorehouse.
Yeah.
Looks like it's been out of business for a while.
Where does it ghost town.
Well, I mean, all the kids coming and going in here. The adults are too ashamed to do any business there.
What is this? Newspaper? Oh.
Whew. Look at that ass. And a nice sunset up there. Oh, the dude's actually moving.
Good to be back home, Jenny. About time we returned. Make sure no outsiders done tore down the buildings with the old bricks and lumber, or dug up the tombstones for the fireplaces. Seems people forget. Even a place looking like this can mean quite a lot to others. Hard to believe this is the place where I grew up. While when I was young, this place was a lively little town, with folks from all over the world. There was Italian woodcutters and stone masons, Chinese cooks and lumbermen,
Crickets are loud.
Welsh and Cornish miners, Mexican mule skinners, Irish mine and mill laborers, and German farmers. As for me, why, Gramps was a cousin Jack. Who
Oh,
arrived
my.
here in Cornwall after the copper collapse in 1866, and my mother came over after he sent her an American letter. He used to work under that head.
See the safe over here?
Well, not that one, Jenny.
Is this another mine?
He was here through several finances and harassments. Funny. Never really know.
Another one?
Oh, it just goes downstairs. It's the same one.
Oh, huh.
That's where the
Oh,
lift
I
was
get
that
it.
you were at earlier.
Yeah.
And the amount of soap in that rock just got smaller and smaller. But just as important, most of the folks here.
Classic firearms right there, outlined in red, which looks really cool. And I think they got a gun section in here that we're going to check out here in a minute. Yep, the weapons gallery. Oh my. Holy cow, they got a lot of guns in here. Look at that. That one's very interesting looking. 19 Mark 1 Model B rocket pistol. From Vietnam, apparently.
Oh boy.
They got some really interesting ones. Oh, here's a Mauser. They got a Mauser with the shoulder stock.
Did you see the itty bitty teeny little guns?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. I have a
Oh,
lot
they
of
got
these
some cool
guns
ones
and
over
they're
here.
dead. I have 2 Mausers.
Looks like that one on the right is the 1861 Colt Navy. And the one on the left kind of looks like that too. That's the one on the left. 1860 Colt Army. Okay, so yeah, almost the same thing. And a really wicked saber right there. Got some pirate pistols up there. Whole bunch more over here. Geez, they got a lot of cool stuff.
dueling pistols?
Looks like it.
They are dueling pistols. Cool.
Look at this one. This one's actually got like a hand-carved grip on it. That thing's pretty cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Guns. Lots of guns. Looks like a double-barreled, old-fashioned double-barreled shotgun right there.
Mm-hmm. This handgun's really pretty carving in it. Right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get those in a minute. I like the funky grip on this one here. What in the hell is that?
It's rusted.
Majorly rusted.
Pepper box pistol.
But yeah, this one, number 7 here, is really
Yeah.
cool looking.
It looks like the gun. Well, another one of the guns I haven't read yet.
Look at the intricate carvings on that. And then that number 10 there looks like a older version of a Model 10 gun. Colt Officer's Model Target Revolver in 22 caliber. Somewhere between 1930 and 1932.
A couple of Colt Frontier revolver.
Oh, yeah. Well, they got some really cool 6-shooters in here.
What the heck?
I like that little one. Kind of looks like Chris Pratt's backup gun in the Magnificent Seven. And look at all these itty-bitty little ones up here.
My size guns.
That's the one Sharon Stone used in The Quick and the Dead when she was thinking about killing Gene Hackman.
Oh my gosh, look at the carvings and stuff on that.
That is cool looking. See if I can get that on camera. Wow. This kind of makes me want to go to one of those gun stores we drove past earlier.
No.
We're not from Nevada, honey. We couldn't buy anything anyway. You have to be a resident of the state.
You can't buy a gun anywhere else?
Nope. Yeah, here's another baby one that's Shannon's size right here. Geez, they got some cool weapons in here. This might be the coolest old-fashioned gun exhibit that I've ever seen.
Yeah, that is a blunderbuss.
Just an entire room dedicated to this stuff.
They have a blunderbuss.
I'll get that on video in a second. Oh, they got the old powder bottles over here.
They got the smaller version too. Oh, this one's nice. This blunderbuss has a lot of carving in it.
What in the heck is that? Look at the barrel on that sucker.
What one?
Number 9. What is it?
It is Allen's Patent Pepper Box.
Patent Pepper Box. Never heard of or seen a gun that looks like that. I'll have to do some research on that later. And they've got these really weird one-shot guns here. Look at this one. Number 14. Bar Hammer Revolver. 1850s. Oh, they were still using weird things like that in the 1850s.
This is Yaya's favorite.
And you've got this huge rifle.
Yeah.
That sucker's probably 4 feet long.
Oh, you should see this one here too.
Oh, and they've got a powder horn. There's one with a little bayonet on it. Here's the blunderbuss that Chan was talking about. Look at the barrel on that
There's
thing.
a cooler one next to it, honey. The blunderbuss on the end. It's got a lot of carving on it.
Yeah, this one right here is really cool looking too. It's got a really narrow barrel on it, and then like a huge crazy contraption here on the end with a really funky looking shoulder stock. And then this one doesn't even have a shoulder stock, but it's still the size of a rifle. Look at that. Crazy looking. Number 18 looks really nice. An old flintlock pistol.
Don't go there, baby. That's where we were all. Oh, go over there.
Ooh, that one's gorgeous right there, number 16. I don't know what the heck that thing is. 14?
Brass hand cannon.
A brass hand cannon.
Yeah, it's a replica.
Okay. Look at this one.
That blunderbuss is amazing.
Looks like you could play the trumpet out at the end of that thing. Look at the size of that barrel. Jeez Louise. And a crossbow. Really cool looking.
Did you get the handle and stuff on the blunderbuss?
I did. Get it again just to make sure.
No, number 28, that little tiny one.
Okay. That was cool.
We're saying.
This whole room is amazing.
Did you get it? You
Holy
didn't
cow.
give me these either, did you?
Oh, yeah, I didn't get these yet either.
Can I try?
That one that's coming around is really pretty.
This one right here has a lot of nice carvings on it.
This one that's coming around right there. See it?
Keep it spinning, gentlemen. I'm filming here.
Push the button. There you go. Keep pushing it. Push it down. That one right there is cool.
Yeah, look at that. Wow.
I think you got all of it. Thank you. Next room?
Yep. That was amazing. Put the coin into it. Looks like they're about ready to mint one here.
Weights and all kinds of stuff, but she'll tell you about that if she was. Okay. Now, this is press number 1. There's only 4 of these in existence today, and this is the only one that works. Here we go. It's a knuckle press. Watch that knuckle. Clear?
Clear.
Now, of course, when she first was brought to us and she went into production, she was steam powered. Here you go. You want to let them get pictures of it?
Wow.
Being steam powered, of course, you would think she'd work slow. When she first went into production, she would
This is the other side
produce
of it.
over 100 coins a minute. Okay? Now, that's a lot. She started off with silver dollars. She produced all the different coins. Now, when she was ordered from Morgan & Orr in Philadelphia, we weren't actually even a state. We were approved as a branch mint by Congress the year before we became a state. Clear?
Clear.
The cornerstone for this building, which is the original building, was put and set 2 years after she was approved to be a branch mint.
Did you put a picture of
We
this one
ordered
too?
the press at that time. She was manufactured
What
for
do they
us
look
by
like
Morgan
before
&
they
Orr
go
in
in there?
Philadelphia. She came to us, she's 12,000
So it goes from
pounds.
that
So you
Yep.
can't put her in the back
to
of a
that.
buckboard at that time. And she,
And this is
pretty
the-
cool.
and this is the other
actually
side.
through the canal.
Now, what makes them become so shiny
When she
like
came
that?
to us
Is
in
it the heat?
1868,
You know what, I have to ask him.
Okay.
What makes them become shiny?
it's actually the pressure of the silver, because the silver itself has to move someplace when the press comes down.
Okay, so it gets compacted.
Yes,
And
the
that's what makes
reliefs
it.
that are in the die, that creates the picture. Now, if somebody goofs, and it has happened, where we end up with 2 planchettes there at one time, this is what happens. You can touch that if you want. It's just like
Interesting.
Wow.
taking a tub of water and dropping a rock into it. What happens? Water goes like that. Well, when there's too much silver in here, it has to go somewhere, so it goes up, okay? So it's not a usable coin.
Thank you.
Now, The silver that's in these is 99.99 pure silver. It's a relatively soft metal, not as soft as gold, but this building, when we were commissioned as a branch mint, we were set up so that we could deal with a lot of different things. The raw ore, or not the ore itself, but the silver, when it was put into ingots and stuff, was brought here. Where you bought your tickets, there was a rail line that came from the Virginia and Truckee Railroad, and they brought it right to that area, and it was brought into here. From that point forth, it didn't leave here until it was a coin. So we would assay the materials, we would melt them down, we would pour them out in sheets, whether it was gold or silver. It would come out in a sheet about 4 or 5 feet long. That sheet would go through here, a stamp mill, okay, and it would stamp out rounds. Now those rounds were not always accurate, so we had to have adjusters. The adjusters were ladies that worked for us. They were paid very well. They got $2.50 a day, when miners were only getting $3, $4 if they were really good, okay? So $2.50 a day, pretty good. And we gave them their clothing. We had 2 full-time seamstresses here that sewed our clothing as coiners and adjusters. Now, they would come in with from the street, in their street clothes, they would change into work clothes. We had them sit at desks. In fact, this is one of the desks that they sat at. And if you look at the desk, you'll see all these little holes have been filled in by wax or whatever.
They would staple my apron down.
Well, she says staple, we actually tacked them. We weren't that mean. And her job was to take the rounds that had been produced here and weigh every single one. If they were too light, they went into a bag and they went back through the process and be remelted and poured out. If they were too heavy, then her job was to take and scrape and file the rounds until they were the right weight. Once they were the right weight, they'd go into bags if they were silver. They'd go into bags if they were gold. But those bags, then, for the gold, had to go to the managers. And the managers, again, would check the weight and size. Then they'd go and they'd be processed, because at that time they'd be processed with all these people's hands and there'd be oil on them and everything. They'd go into a little deal. If you've been to a carnival, it's like a cotton candy machine. And there was soap and all that kind of stuff in, and they'd dump them in there and they'd tumble. And they got little ridges on them. Those ridges, of course, were very helpful because if you've ever taken metal and put it together that doesn't have, it has a tendency sometimes to stick. Well, the real little ridges made it a planchette, so where they could stack them. Then they would come down to us as the coiners. As coiners, it was our responsibility to take care of the machine. Now, since she's running like this, I'm not reaching in or anything like that. I'm making sure that I check the coins when they come out the back side. I'll reach down into it, look at them, and if they look right, then I pull a slot, they go into a bag. Once the bag's filled, then they go into one of the vaults that is here in the building. And then once, again, they're ready, then they go to the bank. But we had to account for everything that came through the door as raw to finished. So if you had 2 ounces that came through and you only had 1 ounce, where'd the other ounce go? Well, their clothing and my clothing, once a year minimum, would be gathered all together and burned. They would do a complete cleaning of the building. It would be shut down. And we would regain most of the gold and silver that was missing. They even went up into the chimneys and scraped the chimneys. I mean, they did a thorough job. But that's the only way we could account for all the metals that were different between what came in and what went out. And, well, I have to go back to work, I'm sorry.
People would like to see how it runs.
They want to see how it runs.
So do you want to sit here?
Again, she was steam driven. She was converting. I didn't. I'm sorry. Normally we say clear. That's so she doesn't have her fingers under there or in the back someplace, because there is working machinery here, and we try to make sure that she's especially protected. I care about her.
That's what it looks like.
Question. Is it,
no, do
is
I
it,
have to have an answer?
yeah.
Okay.
Is it heated up at all, or is it just pure pressure?
It's a marginal amount of heat that's produced. We would need very modern technology to try and...
Okay. So when the coin comes out of there, it's not hot then?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, heavens no. No, the coin is very handleable. Although when it was working, you saw this bar come out here. See, it was popping them up and just shoving them out the back. Because again, to
Right.
produce that fast. But no, the heat, minimal.
Okay.
I mean, nothing you or I could ever touch on our fingers would go, there's no difference.
Okay.
It would take a very sensitive type.
So it's kind of like the penny pressers then,
Yeah,
where they're a little warm but nothing horrendous.
it's not even that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious because you both have gloves on, so I was wondering
No,
if you
that's
were
to keep
That's
it
so
not
there's no
smudged.
oil
no oil,
from
right?
us going on to these because they go into an airtight. And once they're in the airtight, well, theoretically they're safe. So then you can pick them up and look
And
at
that's
them.
what they
and
look
see
like
what
in the
you have.
shop,
Did you-
How you do it?
just like in the gift store.
Any questions over here? So.
And this is the little card. She could not sign her name, so she would sign with her
handprint.
handprint.
Okay.
It takes the weight of this wheel, one revolution to produce. So again, yeah, it would. I mean,
Pretty cool
you
process.
wouldn't wanna put your hand in this.
So right around the corner from the minting coin press, we've got this. Just a ridiculous amount of silver. And some stuff on the USS Nevada. Did the Nevada sink at Pearl Harbor? Nope, it wasn't. It was decommissioned in 1946. I'm probably thinking of the Arizona. Wow. Yeah, the camera's not going to do this justice. It's not nearly as shiny as it is in person. Yeah. Wow.
That's a pretty set.
Yeah, it is. These all minted coins. Oh, I guess there's one for each state?
Yes.
See if you can find the one for Oregon and Nevada. Because there's definitely not 50 of them here.
Nevada.
Let me get that on video. Nice close up of that one. Oh, and of course it's a minor.
What's Oregon's gonna be? A doopie?
No, I mean, maybe Oregon's not even on here. There's Washington.
Nope.
Oh, no, here's Oregon.
Oh, you found it? I missed it? Oh, yeah, I missed that one. What's on it?
Looks like Lewis and Clark.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, these are cool coins. I'm not gonna get a close up of every single one, but they're pretty awesome.
You don't think there's 50 in here?
Okay, so this museum is just gargantuan. They've got these old school bicycles up here for days. Cars that are completely restored, other than probably the engine. That's one of those old school telephone desks up there. Sewing machine. All this cool stuff down here. Honestly, there's just too much cool stuff to look at. And here we got one of the old gasoline pumps. The front half of a car. An Indian that looks brand spanking new. That's a stove up there. And a clothes washing machine. More bicycles. Some really cool stuff from the World Wars. I'm sure Shannon stopped and gawped at those rocks right there.
Yes.
An Agent Carter outfit. That's right, Nevada's where they tested the nuclear bomb. There's a lot of history in this state. Okay, and if you follow this around, this basically gives you the history of the entire state, year by year, up until 1941. So if this place wasn't cool enough, they've also got a petting zoo.
No petting though.
Oh, little birdies.
Lots and lots of animals. Oh, and they even have an otter. I'm gonna take that one home with me. And a really big kitty. Well, they got a jackrabbit.
No
they got-
cantaloupe?
They even got a barn owl. That is one huge beaver. What's this? This looks like a horse? Yeah, it is a horse.
Kitty.
Anyway, starting to run out of battery here, and the SD card's just about full. Well, better save some for the rest of the museum. Okay, so here's a full-size horse over here. And then we got this bad boy.
A mammoth?
Jeez,
Well, I guess that
Louise.
horse is 25,500 years old. So it's a different type of horse, honey.
Okay.
It's not a regular horse.
Yeah, I'm having to like back up all the way against the wall to get a good shot of this thing. This would be a good cover for the video.
And this thing's real?
Yep. And sadly, we've got a whole glass cabinet full of rocks here, which means we're probably never going to leave this room.